My name is Margot Keith. I am at Toronto Metropolitan University. This is a video for the ZON100 class that I am taking, and I'm in my first year of child and youth care with the intention to do a master's in psychology. So the project I was working on in the beginning of the semester is what I have concluded with. It is the same project. It is called Listen Lady. And it was conceived based off of a Simpsons episode where Marge Simpson takes over the crisis hotline at the church and everything goes wrong. But I thought I could offer a listening service on my way to becoming a therapist because it doesn't require credentials. So the journey has been a lot of ups and downs. It is very challenging being in school full time. I have a 1-year-old son and I'm a single parent and I am self-employed. So I have a lot of lifestyle things that don't really permit me to pursue passion projects as much as I would like to. I was experiencing high-level burnout when I started the course, and after a few weeks of not working full-time and being in school, I actually thought about stopping this concept altogether and opening a larger salon, because what I had before as a hairstylist was a small independent salon where I worked independently and rented the chair when I wasn't there to someone else, but we never worked together. So I thought through some of the concepts I had learned in the class about teamwork and support and communication and leadership, that if I were to open a place with more people, that I would potentially enjoy doing hair again and have a better experience. I did get one call with JP where he reminded me of why I wanted to offer the listening service to begin with. And part of that is that I would like to be able to offer my service from anywhere. I can't do a haircut virtually, and a lot of my work as a hairdresser is listening to people and kind of processing some of their major life events without any official training in a psychological realm. So I did close towards the end of the class post a video on my personal Instagram explaining what I was offering as a listening service. And I ended up getting pretty good feedback, and I was able to get a couple of listening sessions, trials in close to the end of the course. The biggest setback that gave me a lesson, I would say, is I find scheduling things extremely challenging. There's a lot of elements of being a parent that don't make it easy to keep a schedule that is set in stone. Also, balancing work and school has been a big setback. But I did feel like by pursuing this class, I was able to make more headway than I would have otherwise. Something I noticed in one of the initial videos that JP had shared from a previous student was that she had pursued making an EP as a musician, but she was a business student. And now that I'm finished the course, I wish that I had pursued something a little bit more artistically, but I am in the mindset of self-employment and entrepreneurship, so I did choose to use the time for this, and I don't regret it. But if I could do it again, I would pursue something a little bit more artistic. From the clients that I was able to do listening sessions with, overall the feedback was that everybody wishes the sessions were longer. They would pay for it as a service, which is great because the end goal is to offer a paid-for service. I did post on my Instagram, my personal Instagram page, that I was going to offer this listening service, and you could follow my Instagram, which was dedicated to the listening service. And I found the feedback was that I had a very big heart and it's such a great offering, but I didn't find anyone reached out. So that still has me a little bit perplexed about how to move forward. I learned about myself that I do like to have a very immediate result, and I'm used to having a very positive result from things. So to have people be interested but not pursuing the option of having a complimentary and confidential listening service had me not as interested in the concept anymore. So to stay focused was very challenging. I do feel like I made progress because I was able to actually get 3 sessions in. I had thought about potentially just integrating active or empathetic listening into my hair services at an additional charge. So to actually have a session where I didn't do hair and I just listened to people was quite successful, in my opinion. I think my next steps for the project would be, I definitely need a break after my first semester to clear my head and kind of see where I want to take this. I will have more classes next semester and I'll be working less, so ideally I would like to offer the listening service for a couple of hours one day a week that's just set in stone whether I have clients or not. And if I don't have clients, just use that time to listen to more audiobooks or practice mindfulness, or just make sure that I have that time put aside so that it's not the constant battle of when can I do this that I experienced in trying to get this off the ground. And then if I find I'm more serious about it, I would like to inquire with a marketing team, because I think if this is marketed properly, I could gain more potential clients and have greater success with it. A strong piece of advice that I would have given myself in the beginning from myself at the end of the course is I would tell myself to pursue something creative and don't pursue something just for monetary reasons, because as soon as I was finished this course, I kept telling people, it's so cool, I can work on whatever I want for 12 weeks. And I was able to make this Instagram page, and I was able to have like all this momentum with this concept. But the whole time I've been fantasizing about getting time to paint scenes from The Simpsons. So I wish in a way that I had just spent 12 weeks painting scenes from The Simpsons, because I don't know when I'm going to have time to do that regularly. My takeaways from the course are that it is a very meaningful and valuable philosophical course. I found it very mind-opening. I found it very supportive. I enjoy the philosophies and ideologies, and no one is forcing you to do this to make a living or to make money or to be successful in terms of capitalism. There's a lot of focus on being successful within yourself, whatever your values are, and taking time to consider what those values are. So I would definitely recommend the course, and I would recommend pursuing whatever you want. Don't pursue something just for monetary gain, because this is a wonderful opportunity to be supported in a way that you might not be able to find that support otherwise.